Okay, so processes are very important to businesses. It's what we do and how we do them. The big challenge out there is lots of businesses have processes in their mind but not on paper. They also have key people in that business who know it's John's job, John does it, so John does it, but what happens if John's not there? And the last 2 years in the pandemic has shown how fallible people are. There's a recent study by Legal & General that said that 52% of SMEs would close within a year if they lost a key person. You know, very, very worrying. You know, and a lot of people don't understand that, you know, processes are the cornerstone. A lot of people think it's a boring job that, you know, is a nice to have, and that's why there's people like me out there that are the boring, that do the boring stuff and do the processes and map them. But it gives you a good sense of your business on how you do things, but also it gives you a benchmark to build on that business and to identify where you have bottlenecks within your processes and where you can improve, because that's what we're all about. You know, when we talk about business, we're in business to make money, and we're looking to get the timescale from the customer order to being paid down as quickly as possible. Therefore, processes become very key to the business. So data comes out of processes. So what we do is the data is the results of what we do and how we do it. And from that, you can build data-driven decisions. So we're working with fact, not assumption. A lot of people work on assumption. Oh, we think this, we think that. What's the data telling you? Lots of SMEs out there don't have the data. Lots of SMEs have the data but don't know what to do with it. And it's key to look at data and find out where things are coming from. So a lot of business finance modelling is done on data. So capacity, profit margins, all done on what is perceived via data. You know, where there's a plethora out there of data, and it's just what we take from that data, how we can use it, how machines are performing, how people are performing. You know, data is used across every single business. You know, same as processing. Every single business has processes and data, and we produce stuff and we get results from that. A lot of people, probably the data they look at is P&L, the bottom line, and how much money we're making, but that doesn't make you efficient. The thing with data as well, a lot of people only look at data post-mortem when something goes wrong. They don't actually look at it when things go right, and that has to be a focus on that as well, because you have to improve. You know, when I worked for Molson Coors, we had a 65% target efficiency, and I used to say to my boss that I wasn't happy with 65 because 35% of the time I'm not doing anything. You put that into a time, that's 20 minutes an hour that you're not producing. You don't get that time back. So data is very, very key in business to make the right decisions and to improve as well. So people, most key thing to any business, the most efficient resource that you can have, the most effective resource you can have, but you have to give them empowerment and also ownership. So we pay our employees a salary or an hourly rate to do the job, and we trust them to do that job with whatever the terms and conditions of their contract are. But what we don't do is we don't listen to them. So tie it up with process and data. They know the process, they're the subject matter experts, they know they have the data, they know the data, they're close to the information, so they're the authority on the information. But we don't tend to do that. We tend to push change from the top up, not from the bottom down. All your great ideas are on the shop floor. They are from the people that work in the machines, they understand the machines, they do 8-12 hours a day on the machines, they know how they tick. They hear a sound that's not right, they know something's wrong with that machine, they need to look at it. So they are the key to the business. And some studies have shown that 30% increase in productivity from somebody who's empowered to do their job. Now that's a no-brainer. If you're a business looking to improve, why aren't you training your staff? Why aren't you giving the staff the best tools to do the job? To take the pressure off the top as well. So having people empowered to do a great job is a big passion of mine. You know, that's what I want. I've been a frustrated production worker. I've seen change. I wanted to drive change, but been restricted on that. And just getting into people's whites of their eyes, get to understand what they're thinking and learn from them, because they will tell you what is wrong. So the best way to get to people, and I call it the light bulb moment, is getting to think. And what I do with that, and to make it more effective, is make analogies that are relevant to them and what they understand. So when I'm training shop floor workers, I'll say to them, first question, have any of you done any continuous improvement projects before? You might get one or two people saying yes, because they've done it in a previous business, they haven't done it in the current business. And I'll say, actually, all of you have done. And they'll look at you and go, no, I don't think so. And I'll say, have you ever booked a holiday? Have you ever bought a new car? Have you ever decorated the house? You are changing something. You are in control of that project. You're in control of the money, you're in control of the scope, you're in control of the output. So it's getting that mindset, which they do day to day in life, but then switch off when they cross the white line to go into work, to actually think about what they're doing. So how would they drive the improvements within the business through their own thought process, and thinking a little bit more about the money in the business is their own money. And that's how I've worked in the past, thinking, you know, if we got a bit more profit by being a bit more effective, then we can then go and say at the end of the year, pay review, come on, we've increased the revenue, therefore where's my pay rise from it? So it's getting people to think, as I say, get that light bulb moment on, but always give them something that they relate to. Continuous improvement, if you go into it, it's very Japanesey, it's very technical, that just switches people off. Keeping clear, concise, simple messaging to people that they understand. And I've got the skill set of talking to shop floor workers, because I've been there and done that, but also CEOs and business leaders. I can talk to them all, and I make things very, very simple and understandable and relatable, that are repeatable as well.